There has been a lot of talk about Barbados going to the IMF, both before and after elections. Our Prime Minister has now met with them twice, both here in Barbados and then in Washington DC, where she met with its head. It seems almost certain now that Barbados is going to have some level of involvement with the IMF in the near future. But a lot of people don't really understand what this means, so we've decided to do a video to help explain. The IMF is a global organisation. It has 189 members worldwide, and all of these members contribute money to the IMF. It's a bit like a big meeting turn. If a country experiences difficulties, it can go to the IMF for help. As we explained in previous videos, Barbados has been spending more than it earned by about 20% per year for the last few years, and made this worse by printing additional money, and all of this has put a lot of pressure on our foreign reserves, which are now at the lowest level since 1993. The IMF will help in a few ways. One, of course, is money, particularly since any money that they provide will be in foreign exchange. The next is what is called technical assistance, which is helping to create policies that will get the economy back on track. The third is training on how to implement these measures so they are most effective. There is also another unofficial benefit, which is that the IMF is globally recognized and respected, and other lenders trust them. Once they are involved, investors and lenders feel safer that things will get better. It's really important at this point to understand that the IMF doesn't save or sink a country's economy. How well a country and its economy does is dependent on its government's policies and management. Yes, the IMF loan comes with conditions, but these conditions are designed to ensure that Barbados is able to make its payments, both locally and internationally. They are part of the necessary steps to rebuild our economy from the policies of the last few years. So it's really all for our benefit in the long term. The truth is we're not the first, nor are we alone. Barbados has actually been one of the worst performers in terms of growth in the Caribbean over the last few years. However, out of the 8 largest English-speaking islands in the Eastern Caribbean, the top 2, St. Kitts and Grenada, have both been part of IMF programs. Grenada's economy is set to grow by 3.6% in 2018 as compared to the 0% projection for Barbados. St. Kitts has slashed their debt-to-GDP ratio from 160% in 2011 to just 63% in 2017, while Barbados' debt is one of the highest in the world at nearly 175%. These numbers don't lie. They show the truth that going to the IMF will help Barbados in the medium and long term and is nothing to be afraid of. Our Prime Minister has been very clear that whatever adjustments are necessary, they should be fairly shared among all Barbadians, and she has already shown that in her mini-budget. Thus, we can be confident that this will extend to any changes due to IMF conditions. Of course, we'd all rather not be in this situation, but this is where we are, and now we need to do what is best for Barbados. If you have any questions, email us at ideasforbarbados@barbados.gov.bb.